ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां षचे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारम् प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीम् कैवल्यपदसिद्धये। पंचमहाभूत विवेक प्रकरणम्। सदद्वैतं श्रुतं यत्तत् पंचभूत विवेकतः बोद्धुं शक्यं ततो भूत पंचकं प्रविविच्यते। शब्दस्पर्शो रूपरसौ गन्धो भूतगुणा इमे। एकद्वित्री चतुः पञ्च गुणा व्योमादिषु क्रमात्
एकद्वित्रिचतुश्चतुर्गुणा व्योमादिषु
व्योमादिषु
क्रमात्
क्रमते
प्रतिध्वनिर्वियत् शब्दः
शब्दः
वायो बीसीति शब्दनम्
वायो भीषणं शब्दनम्
अनुष्णाशीतसंस्पर्शौ
अनुष्णाशीतसंस्पर्शौ
वह्नौ भुगुध्वनिः
वह्नौ भुगुध्वनिः
सदैव सौम्य इदमग्र आसीत्. Vakya of Chandogya Upanishad is taken up and every word of that Vakyam is commented upon. So this chapter deals with the Vakyam of the Chandogya Upanishad. Dealing with that, the Viveka of Panchamahabhuta is done. The Viveka of Panchamahabhuta is not to know the Panchamahabhuta. When Panchamahabhutas are separated, then cognitively, then what is left out is only Sat. Because Sat is not available for Pratyaksha, the Pramanam. So that which is available for the Pramanam other than Shastram, when that is known as it is, and when it is separated in terms of inquiry from the Sat, then Sat, what is left is Sat. Sat can be understood. So that's why this is Pancha Mahabhuta Viveka. So like now the first word of the Vakya, idam. Idam of the Vakya, Sadeva Soumya idamagra asit, is taken up. The author doing Viveka between Sat, the Brahma, and this Namarupa. The Panchamahabhuta alone is in the form of this Namarupa Prapancha. So therefore it is, really speaking, Satya, Sat Brahma, and Jagat. So therefore Viveka between the Sat and this Namarupa Jagat. The mix-up is so intense. The mix-up is so intense between the two. The identity with Asat is so real that as though Sat becomes an Visheshana to this Asat. Like the pot is that isness of the pot. The isness of the pot is an adjective. That is how we think. The pot is, that is the existent pot. Existence is, that is perceived or that is understood as a Visheshana to the pot, as though the pot is the absolute reality, which has got the existence as an adjective. So existence is Visheshana and pot is Visheshya. But pot is not real because pot is subject to destruction. And pot is destroyed, but existence doesn't get destroyed, it continues. Now the existence with the clay. So, and when clay is destroyed, still existence continues. Therefore, the existence ever exists. Therefore, there is a mix-up. There's a mix-up and therefore confusion. This confusion alone is resolved by this Pancha Bhuta Viveka. The Nama Rupa, the names and forms are nothing but the modification of this Pancha Mahabhuta. Therefore, he has taken up Pancha Mahabhuta for Viveka and taken up the Vakyam of Chandogya for analysis. The seven words are there. So yes, the padartha of each word you will give, and then we'll do the vichara. Now, the idam referring to the object which is right available in front of you as for your perception. Idam, anything which you refer to, anything the jagat you refer to, that is idam. So jagat is idam. The entire jagat is contained in the word idam. And the idam is prameya. What is referred to by the idam is prameya, the object of knowledge. So whatever is idam, it is prameyam, pramana vishaya, available for your pramana, pratyakshadi pramana. We don't require shastra for it. Why? Because it is available for our indriya pratyaksha. So they are object of the means of knowledge. They are available for our pramana, pratyaksha, anumana. And each pramana, we know, has its own vishaya. For pratyaksha, there are many vishayas. Pratyaksha through the pancha jnanendriyani. Therefore, they have corresponding vishayas, objects of perception. So here the author now he dilates a topic. And for each pratyaksha, what are all the objects of knowledge? What are the attributes of the objects of knowledge available for the perception, for the indriya? He discusses. So dilating the topic very, very well and dealing with each elaborately to distinctly understand that the object of perception is not subtle. Objects of perception perceived through the indriyas, because they are perceived, therefore they cannot be subtle. Because they are perceived, they cannot be sat. Why? Because sat is not available for perception. It is not a prameya vishaya. It is shastra vishaya. Shastra vishaya means not through shastram it's available for perception. This shastram is available to know that the spot is there is alone sat, and the sat is jagatkaram, and that Brahma ahamasti. That aham iti, I take myself to be also a one of the thing of the jagat, subject to changes, subject to destruction. That is not true. That is not true. So for that only Shastram is a pramana. So Shastra as a pramanam is not To know the Sat, not to know the Atma, but it is to remove the notions with regard to the Sat, with regard to Brahma, with regard to Atma. So, before inquiring into the Sat, now the confusions which are there with regard to Sat, there is an intense mix-up of this Nama Rupa with the Sat. So that has to be separated. That has to be cognitively separated. Therefore, Viveka between Sat and Panchabhuta. Panchabhuta are taken up. The Panchabhuta, Akasha, Vayu, Agnihi, Apaha, Prithvi, these bhutas have attributes. These bhutas have attributes. 5 bhutas, therefore 5 gunas. 5 gunas are there. Panchamaha bhutani and Panchagunaha. Bhuta Panchamaha bhutani. This Panchamaha bhutani, it is born from the Maya. Akashadi Panchamaha bhutani, they are born from the Tamoguna Pradhana Bhuta Prakriti, that is Maya. So Tamoguna Pradhana Bhutayaha Prakrite Utpannani Akashadini Panchamaha bhutani. And they have the gunas, respective gunas. Gunaha, they are Indriya Gocharaha. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandhaha iti Panchagunaha Indriya Gocharaha. Pancha Mahabhutanam Gunaha Indriya Gocharaha. Pancha Mahabhutanam Akasha Vayu Agni Apaha Prithvi iti Pancha Mahabhutanam Panchagunaha Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandhaha iti Panchagunaha Indriya Gocharaha Bhavanti. And Akasha, as Akasha, the Vyat Guna is Shabda, sound. Sound is the Guna, the property of the space. Therefore, he says, Pratidhvanihi Vyat Shabdaha. Vyat itikte Akashaha. Vyat Pavrate Jombhu Bhuvaha iti. The author said in the previous Prakranam. Vyat means Akasha. Vyat Shabdaha. That which is called by the Shabda, the word, Vyat. Akasha Akashasya. Pratidhvanihi. Dhvani. Pratidhvani Swarupaha Akashaha. Akasha has this property, that sound as its property. All the sounds are there in the Akasha, and sound manifests through the Akasha. So this Dhvani, this Pratidhvanihi is the property of Akasha. But this Nayayika, they don't accept. But for Nayayika, they say, Nayayika, they say that Shabdaha Kevalam Akashe eva asti. See, Shabdaha, Nayayika, they say that Shabda is there only in the Akasha. But the Shabda is not only in the Akasha. So Nayayika, they say that Shabda is a property of Akasha, like what we say. But they say it is only with the Akasha, not with the other Bhuta. But it is not so. We say as the Shabda Guna is there in the Akasha, that Guna inheres throughout the other Bhutas. Why? Because Akasha Dvayugu, Vayoragnihi, Vayoho Agnihi, Agnirapaha, Adhyas Prithvi, iti, from Akasha Vayu, from Vayu Agni, Agni, from Agni Apa, Apa Prithvi, iti, the Kramat, this Panchamaha Bhutani Utpannani. Brahma, from Brahma Akasha, from Akasha Brahma only Vayu. Akasha Brahma means what is born from Maya Sagita Brahma is Akasha, and Akasha is Brahma. From that Akasha Brahma, that is Akasha plus Brahma. Akasha is nothing but Upadhi. Upadhi for Brahma, the first stage of the Panchamahabhuta, the creation. There it is Brahma plus Akasha. Akasha is Upadhi. Akasha is Upadhi, and Brahma manifesting through this Akasha. Therefore, Akasha Brahma. So Brahma Akasha is born, not Akasha separately, totally different Akasha, but born from Brahma, and it has not become totally separate. Akasha is a product. Akasha is Karya. Therefore, Karye Karana Gunaha. Karye Karana Gunaha Santi. So this Akasha being a Karya product, without Karanam Akasha cannot come. Therefore, in every Karya, Karanam is there. So, Akashasyapi Karanam Brahma, Maya Sagita Brahma. Therefore, for Maya Sagita Brahma Akasha, therefore Akasha is Brahma plus Akasha. That's Akasha Brahma. From that Akasha Brahma Vayu. So, therefore, Vayu will be Brahma manifesting through Akasha and Vayu. And Akashasya Gunaha Shabdaha. Therefore, Vayu also must be having Shabda Guna of Akasha plus Vayoho Gunahapi. This Vanayayika, they don't accept. Each elements have each guna. At least Nayayika, they say this is better. Whereas Charvaka, they don't accept even Akasha. Because not available for perception. They don't even accept Akasha. For them it is not. Because it is not available for my sense organs. Therefore Akasha itself, it is dismissed by Charva. So therefore here what we say that Indriyas which have born successively from the previous one with Brahma, of course Brahma, the bhutas which have been born successively from the Brahma, each bhutas, not Indriya, bhutas, and the bhutas have respective gunas. So when it is born from the previous one, therefore that which is born will enjoy the guna of the previous one as well as of itself. Therefore, here the Pratidvanihi is the guna of Akasha, Shabda guna of Akasha. Akasha born from Maya Sagita Brahma, therefore Pratidvanihi, Vyat Shabdaha Pratidvanihi. Now from this Vyat, what Vyat? Vyat Brahma Vyat. Vyat Brahma. Vyat Brahma, Vayu is born. Marutihi, Vayu. And Vayu has its guna, specific guna, sparsha, touch. Plus, since it is born from Vyat, it will have the property of Vyat Akasha also. So, therefore, Vayu, through Vayu manifest the Akasha guna, Shabdaha, as well as sparsha of the Vayu. Sviya gunaha स्पर्शः, आकाशस्य गुणः आकाशस्य गुणः शब्दः, स्वीय गुणः स्पर्शः. Its own guna is sparsha, touch. Therefore, Vayu has got sound, which is borrowed from Akasha. And Sviya guna, its own guna is sparsha, touch. Touch is a property of Vayu. Therefore, Vayu Bciti Shabdanam. Vayu Bciti Shabdanam. In the Vayu, there is a Shabda. Shabda is a Shabda Gunam. Shabda Gunam. Shabda Gunaha is there. That is BCT. BCT means that sound, that rustling sound. When the wind blows, it's a rustling sound. So therefore, Vayu api shabdaha vidyate. BCT shabdaha shruyate eva. Therefore, BCT iti akashasya anukarana shabdaha Vayu asti. Vayu asti. Vayu sparsha gunaha api asti. Akashasya anukarana shabdaha api asti. So therefore, Vayu has two gunas. One is borrowed, other one is Sviya guna. Anya guna, Sviya guna. Its own guna and Anya guna, other guna. Other guna is the guna of the parent. And Anushta Shita Samsparashav. Anushta Shita Samsparashav. One now Bhubuk Bhubuk Dhvanihi. Anushna Shita. Anushna Shita. Anushna Ashita. Samsparashav. Anushna Shita Samsparashav. That is, this Ushna Shita Samsparsha. Ushna Shita Ushna na Ushna Anushnaha. Nanch. Shitaha na Shitaha Ashitaha. So first we have to form the Nanch. Then Anushnascha Ashitascha Anushta Shita. So it is Nanj Garbha Itaretra Danda Samasa. Tayoho Anushna Shita Anushna Shitayoho Anushna Ashitayoho Samsparshaha Samsparshaha Anushna Shita Samsparshaha Anushna Shita Samsparshav. Iti one now in the Anushna Shita Samsparshav. One now in the Vanni in the Agni. In the Agni. One now means Agni. In the Agni. In the Agni. In the Agni. Bhubuk Bhugud Dhvanihi Asti. Agni, which is a third element, the third product, which has come from Vayu. Therefore, Vayu Guna also must be there. And Vayu has come from Akasha. Therefore, Akasha Guna also has to be there. Therefore, that Akasha, such a Gunaha, Shabda Gunaha, is there in the Agni. That is Bhugu Bhugu. Bhugu Bhugu Dhvanihi. Agnihi. Agnehe. Shabdaha. Bhugu Bhugu Dhvanihi. Shruyate. Agnihi Jvalati. How does the fire burn? That burns with the sound is there in the fire. Bhugu Bhugu iti Shabdaha Shruyate Agnau. Shabdaha Shruyate Agnau in the fire. In the fire. This Shabda is heard. So Shabda, which is a Samanya Guna, of Vayu. Shabda, Shabda, which is Samanya Guna. And one now it is Bhugu Bhugu Dhvanihi. Shabda, which is a Guna of the Akasha, that in the Vayu Bisi Bisi iti Shabdanam, and in the Agni it is Bhugu Bhugu Dhvanihi. So that Shabda Shabda Guna of the Vayu manifesting into the Akasha bisi bisi iti, that sound is Bugu Bugu Dhvanihi in the Agni. So therefore the sound guna of the Akasha inherents through its to the other elements which are born after Akasha. So therefore Karana Gunaha Karye Anuvartante. What is in the cause that will manifest in the effect. That will manifest in the effect. Therefore, Vando Bugu Bugu Dhvanihi. Tikakara says, Tadeva Prakarantaram Vishadagati, Pratidhvanihi iti. Akashe tavat shabdaha eva gunaha. Akashasya gunaha shabda gunaha. Saha pratidhvani rupaha vayo shabdasparshau. Vayo sparsha pratidhvani rupaha vayo shabdasparshau. Tatra vayu shabdam anukramena darshayati bc iti shabdanam iti. Akashasya gunaha pratidhvanihi shabda gunaha, that in keeping with the Vayu, the next, the medium of manifestation, there BCT Shabdanam Shruyate, that BCT Shabdaha. See, how we attribute this sound property. That sound belongs to Akasha, but we say Vayu. Vayu Guna is Parsha. Its special property is Sviya Guna is Parsha. The BCT Shabdana belongs to the Akasha. So therefore, BCT Shabdanam. Evam Uttaratra Anukarana Shabdanam Drashtavyam. The same way Uttaratra consecutively, that Anukarana Shabdanam, the Shabda Guna, which is Anukaranam, which comes down, which is inheres through the other elements, it is Drashtavyam to be shown. That is shown by the author here. Tasya Sparsham Aha Anushnashitaha Samsparshaha iti Vannau Shabdasparsha Rupani iti Trayaha Gunaha Techa Kramena Adidiyante Vannau Bugu Bugu Dhvanihi. Tatsya Sparsham Aha Anushnashitaha Samsparshaha iti Vannau. In the Vanni, in the Agni, which is the third element, there Shabda Sparsha Rupani iti. Shabda Sparsha Rupa. Shabda of the Akasha, Sparsha of the Vayu, and Rupa, which is the specific guna of the Agni. Iti Trayaha Gunaha Kramena Vidiyante. The three gunas. And this Bugu Bugu Dhvanihi is the guna of the Akasha. So Akashasya, that Shabda Gunaha, how it manifests through the other gunas, up to Agni, VCVCT, Bugu Bugu Dhvanihi, further he is going to show. Similarly, Akashasya Guna, Sparsha Guna, that inheres to its product, further elements, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. Similarly, Agni Guna will inherit to the other two elements. So each property, that guna of each element inherits through the successive elements. Therefore, Akasha is the most subtlest because it has got only one guna. And Prithvi is the grossest because all the five gunas are present. Because Prithvi is a product of the four elements. And four gunas are there, and its own gunas are there. Therefore, Prithvi is the grossest. So, therefore, the subtlest being Akasha and the grossest being Prithvi. Prithvi enjoys all the five gunas, its own guna plus the four gunas of the previous. Now, up to Agni, the author said that the Shabda Guna is carried. Then the next shloka we will read number 4. उष्णस्पर्शः प्रभारूपम्
उष्णस्पर्शप्रभारूपम्
उष्णस्पर्शप्रभारूपम्
जले बुलुबुलुध्वनिः
जले
जले
बुलुबुलुध्वनिः
बुलुबुलुध्वनिः
शीतस्पर्शः शुक्लरूपम्
शीतस्पर्शरूपम्
शीतस्पर्शरूपम्
रसो माधुर्यमीरितम्
रसो
रसो
माधुर्यमीरितम्
माधुर्यमीरितम्
उष्णः स्पर्शः प्रभारूपम्. The previous shloka, the Agno Shabda Gunaha iti uktam. In the Agni Shabda Guna is there. And Ushna Sparshaha Prabharupam iti. Ushna Sparshaha Prabharupam. Ushna Sparshaha Ushna Sparshaha, that is Agnehe. Agnehe Shabdaha Sparsham Rupam iti. The three gunaha. Treyaha gunaha santi. Ushnaspurasham prabharu rupam chaiti agnehe, in the Agni. Two more gunas are there. Akashasya guna plus Ushnasparsha, that is of the Vayu, and Prabharupam, its own guna, Prabharupam. So Ushnasparsha Prabharupam chaiti agnehe Ushnaha. Ushnaha is Sparshaha, Ushnasparshaha, Ushnaha Sparshaka Prabharupam Agno Bhavanti. And in the water, Jale Bulu Bulu Dhvanihi. Jala, Agni is hot, therefore Ushnaha. Agni is, how do you know it is hot? Because of the Sparsha only you know. Therefore, Sparsha is there, means Vayu is there, Vayu element is there in Agni. Without that, how do you know Agni is hot? You have to feel it, or you have to come in contact with, come into contact with at least proximity with the Agni. Then only the hotness, the heat can be known. Therefore, that is because of sparsha guna of the Agni, and that sparsha belongs to Akasha really. Because Agni is a product of Akasha, therefore Akashasya gunaha api asti, that is Ushnaha iti. Now the next one is Jalam. Jalam is not Ushna, it is Shita. Normally it is Shita. Shitaha. Therefore, Jala is Shita. Shita is known by Sparsha. Therefore, Shita Sparshaha. Shita Sparshaha. And Jala is Shukla Rupam. It is colorless. It has Rupam. Agni, that colorlessness that is a Rupam. That is a guna of the Agni. Therefore, only Jala is colorless. The colorlessness of the water is because of the property of the Agni. That Rupa guna starts only from Agni. Before that, there are no Rupam. Akasha doesn't have Rupam. Vayu also doesn't have Rupam. Therefore, the Rupam starts only from the Agni. The form, the perception of form, the color, the shape starts only from Agni. So Agnege, this Rupa guna, in the Jalam, it is in the form of the perception, the Shukla Rupam. Vayogo Sparshaha, that is Shita Sparshaha. Agnehe Rupa guna, that is Shukla Rupam. Then what about the Akasha? Akasha Vayu Agni, that Akasha is gunaha, Shabda gunaha, Bulu Bulu iti dhvanihi shruyate. The water flows with the sound, Bulu Bulu iti. when the water flows, jalam vagati, katam vagati, bulu bulu dhvanihi iti jale dhvanihi shruyate. So therefore water has this guna, akasha guna also, shabda guna. Therefore shabda guna, akasha guna, shabda, and sparsha also it is that of the vayu, and rupam is also is that of the agni. All these are the gunas of its parents. Therefore borrowed guna is 3, and its own guna is, its own guna is, it is prabharupam. Its own guna is madhuryam, Kshimita, madhuryam. Its own guna is madhuryam, taste. Jala as the property, taste, rasaha. So, therefore, Shita Sparsha Shukla Rupam, Bulu Bulu Dvanihi, Shita Sparsha Shukla Rupam, Madhurasaha, Madhuryam iti, Chatvaraha Gunaha Santi, where in the Jalam, in the water. Sparsha is Shitam, Shukla Rupam is Shukla meaning white, so dull white. That's why it's a colorless. Even though it's colorless, Shukla meaning it is white, but it is dull white. The water doesn't have color, pure water, colorless. Rasaha, madhuryam. Madhuryam is taste, but the water is not taste. Tasteless taste. A kind of taste which is, they say it is tasteless taste. Tasteless taste which absorbs all the taste. Iti iritam. Iti iritam. Therefore, jale bulubulu dhvanihi akashasya dhvanihi shabda gunaha asti. And vayogo sparsha gunaha shitam asti. And it is Agnehe Rupa Gunaha Shukla Rupam Asti. And it's Sviya Gunaha, its own guna. Madhuryam api asti. Madhuryam is a Madhura, Rasa, Madhuryam. Madhura means it is sweet. Madhuryam, it's a Tadita word. Shanj Pratyaya. Madhurasya Bhavaha Madhuryam. Madhuryam means taste, but it is sweet. It is not really sweet. It is it is tasteless. The taste for to know it is tasteless, you should have the knowledge of taste. Then only you can say it is tasteless. Therefore, tastelessness is also a tasteless is also a taste only. See that the tongue which tastes, it can taste sweet, it can taste that which is sour, it can taste the bitter, but that which doesn't fall any of this, that is also a taste, and the that is guna rasaha of the water. Similarly, the color also, Shukla Rupa. Tikakara says, Ushna Sparshaha Prabharupam iti jale Shabdadayaha Shabdadayoho Shabdadayoho Shabdadayo Rasanta Shabda Adi, starting from Shabda, then Rasanta. Here Anuswara is therefore a little bit difficult to read what he says. Shabdadayo Rasantascha, starting from Shabda up to the Anta, that is Rasa. Starting from Shabda Guna up to Rasa. Rasa is the Guna of the Jala, the water. So Shabdadayaha, Shabdadayo Rasantascha, starting from the Shabda up to Anta, ending with Rasa, iti Chatvaraha Gunaha Tan Aha. Tan Aha, the author said, these 4 gunas are there in the rasam, in the water. Its own guna is rasa, and Shabda guna can be seen in the water. Bulu bulu dhvanihi, jale bulu bulu dhvanihi. That is the guna of the akasha. Shitaha sparshaha shuklam rupam rasaha madhuryam iti. These are the gunas of the other elements. Shitaha sparshaha. Shitaha sparshaha. Sparsha means vayu. In the place of sparsha, we have to know it is, understand it is vayu. Vayoho gunaha sparshaha, that is shitaha. Similarly, agnehe gunaha rupam, therefore rupa gunaha, here rupam is shukla. And rasaha, that is very specific to the jala, which is madhuryam. Then the next shloka. Bhumau kadakada shabdaha
भूमौ कडकडा शब्दः
कडकडा शब्दः
काठिन्यं स्पर्शयिष्यते
काठिन्यं
स्पर्शयिष्यते
स्पर्शयिष्यते
नीलादिकं चित्ररूपम्
नीलादिकं चित्ररूपम्
रूपम्
मधुराम्लादिको रसः
मधुराम्लादिको रसः
रसः
kadakada bugu bugu bisi bisi bulu bulu. We will see how the words are formed later. There are rules. Sutram is out, it is formed. Kadakada, patapata, sheep pratyaya. So see how the author, he observes small things and he expresses so nicely here. So he doesn't leave anything for granted. Everything is inquiring into how the sound which is heard in the other elements, how he connects that with the akasha. Similarly, with regard to the guna. Now the last one is Prithvi, Bhumau, Prithivyam, Prithvi, Bhumau, Prithvi. Prithvi also has got sound. Kadakada Shabdaha. When you walk on the tails with the boots, duck sound, that is also a sound only. From where the sound comes. Sound comes from the Prithvi. Here Kadakada Shabdaha, that rattling sound. The rattling sound, Kadakada Shabdaha. The Shabda belongs to which element? Which belongs to the Akasha. Therefore, Bhumau, Akashasya Gunaha, Shabda Gunaha, and Shabda Guna here manifest as Kadakada, that rattling sound, Shabda Guna from Akasha. And Bhumi, that Prithvi, it is Katinyam, it is hard. It is Katinasya, Bhavaha, Katinya Rupaha. That is Sparsha Guna, Bhumege Sparshaha, Katinya Rupaha. It is Katinyam. It is our experience, Katinyam. We cannot just break it as we break the bread. It is Katinyam, it is hard. So therefore Katinyam, that is Sparsha. Sparsha Guna, Vayoko Gunaha, Sparsha Gunaha, that manifests in the form of Katinyam, the hardness. Then so Katinyam Sparshaha Ishyate. Then Neeladikam Chitra Rupam. Neela is color, blue color. Neeladikam Adipadat, Neela, Pita, Rakta, Ityadi, Chitra Rupam, colors. Ityadi, Varna Mishritam, iti different colors. Different colors are there. Prithvi are of different colors. Therefore, the colors, the Rupa which is the guna of the Agni, and that in the form of Neeladikam Chitta Rupam, Drishyate Bhumau, it is seen. Also the taste, Madhura Lamdikaha, Madhura Amladikaha, Madhuraha Amlaha, Ityadi Rasaha, Adipadat, other taste also. Maduram Ladikaha, Madhura, then Amlaha, then other taste also, Ityadi, the different taste. The different tastes are there. The taste belongs to which? The rasa. That rasa belongs to which element? It belongs to the water. Therefore, jalehe gunaha rasaha api madura amla ityadi ityadi. From this we can infer ityadivihi jnatum shakyate jalasya gunaha rasaha maduram ladikaha. All the taste comes from Prithvi. Even though the taste is that rasa is a specific guna of the water, but that in the Prithvi taste also it is the Madura Amla. Then and its own guna is Prithvi. Its own guna, Sviya Gunaha. What is the Sviya Gunaha? The Sviya Gunaha is not told yet. That is going to come in the next shloka. Sviya Gunaha is Gandhaha. So Bhumo Kada Kada Shabdaha, that is Shabda of the Akasha. Katinyam Sparshaha, that is of the next element, that is Vayu, Sparsha Gunaha. Niladikam Chitra Rupam, that is of the Agni. And Mudaram Ladiko Rasaha, that is of the Jalam. So iti Chatvaraha Anya Gunaha Santi. Putra Bhumau Prativyam. What about its own guna? Its own guna is said in the next shloka. Let us read. For this, the Tikakara says, Bhumau Shabdadi, starting from Shabda, Gandhantaha, up to the Gandha. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. Iti Pancha Gunaha Tan Udaharati. Bhumau Kadagada Shabdaha Ityadina. Nothing is there to comment upon this. Therefore, so Prativyam Pancha Gunaha Santi. So 4 gunas are talked about of the other elements. Now its own guna in the next shloka. Surabhita Rasa Gandhau. Sorry, Surabhita Rasa. That is Sa is missing, I think. Surabhita. Okay. Not Rasa. Surabhita Ragandhau Dvau.
सुरभितरगन्धौ द्वौ
Guna Samyak Vivechitaha.
गुणा सम्यग्
सम्यक्
विवेचिताः
विवेचिताः
Shrotram Chakshushi Jakhva.
श्रोत्रं त्वक्चक्षुषी
श्रोत्रं
जिह्वा
चक्षुषी जिह्वा
Granam Chendriya Panchakam.
घ्राणं चेन्द्रियपञ्चकम्
Surabhi Taraganda only, not Rasa, sorry. It is, let us split as Surabhi Itaraganda. Ganda is the word to which the Surabhi is connected. Itara also is connected. Surabhi is the Ganda. Surabhi is the fragrance smell. Itara is that which is not Surabhi. Surabhi Itara Gandau. Surabhi is fragrant. Itara is other than Surabhi. Asurabhi. Surabhi Asurabhi. Cha iti Gandau. So Surabhitara Gandau. Surabhehe Itaraha. Surabhitaraha. So Surabhitarau cha Gandau. The 2 types of smell. One is fragrant, other one is opposite, Itara Gandaha. So 2 smells, 2 types of smell are the properties of Prithvi. So Surabhihi Asurabhihi iti cha Gandhadvayam asti. Prithvyam Gandhadvayam. In addition to the 4 gunas of the 4 elements, its own guna, that is Gandha, and that is of 2 types, Surabhihi Asurabhihi iti cha gunaha santi. Then Samyak Vivechitaha, all these have been Samyak very distinctly analyzed. The property of the elements are distinctly, very well, it is analyzed. Samyak Vivechitaha. not only the gunas, not only with the gunas are distinct, but also due to the karya. Also due to the karya, the karya of each element. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. Each element, the karya of each element. The karya of each element, that is the effect of each element is perceived by each sense organ. Shrotram, Tvaka, Chakshushi, Jitva, Granam, Cha iti Indriya Panchakam. Iti Indriya Panchakam. That is Jnanendriyani, Shrotrendriyam, Tvagindriyam, Chakshurendriyam, Jigvendriyam, Granendriyam, iti Pancha Jnanendriyani. Jnanendriyani Shabdadin Gunan Grinanti. This Jnanendriyani, they perceive the karya, the effects of these five gunas. Yatha Shrotendriyena Shabda Gunaha. By Tvagindriya Sparsha. By Chakshu Rupa. Jikva taste. Grana smell. So, the karya of each element is available for the perception of each sense organ. And the karyas are different for sense organs. The effects of the effects of each element are different, and sense organs are also different. Elements are distinct from one another. They are distinct. Akasha is distinct from Vayu. Vayu is distinct from the other elements. Elements are distinct. Similarly, Indriyas perceiving the properties of the guna, they are also distinct. Because each element is distinct from another in terms of enjoying its own guna plus other guna. Therefore, they are distinct. Therefore, the Indriya which perceive these elements, they are also distinct. That's why 5 Indriya. Otherwise, 1 Indriya itself is enough. In Prithvi, all the 5 gunas are there. Therefore, why don't you have only 1 element? No. Even though in the Prithvi, all the 5 gunas are there, these gunas, Prithvi guna is not there, specific guna is not there in the preceding element. The Prithvi guna is Gandha, that is not there in the Apaha. Pure water doesn't smell. And the Rasa, which is a guna of the water, it is not there in the Agni. So therefore, they are distinct. The effects of each element are distinct. The gunas of each element are distinct. Therefore, we need each sense organ for perceiving the gunas of each element. That is why Bhagavan has created that we have 5 sense organs. He created 5 sense organs so that we can perceive these gunas. So we can perceive these gunas distinctly. Sense organs are distinct. Therefore, these sense organs, these sense organs, they are located and function. Sense organs are located and function from a particular place. That is called Golakam. Golakam is a sthanam, is a place from where these sense organs operate. Golakam is a place from where the sense organs operate. So Golakam is nothing but the locus, the aperture. That is not the Indriya. Chakshurendriya, when we say, for example, the eyes are nothing but the Golakam. The sense organs are the sense organ, that darshanam, the capability to see, the power of sight, that is the Indriya, that is behind the Golaka. So eyes means not the physical eyes. The power or the capability of the eyes to perceive sight, That is the Indriya, Chakshurindriya. Similarly, with regard to all the other Indriyas, should not mistake the Indriya for the Golaka. So in the next shloka, he says, before that, we will read the Tika. Surabhita Gandhau Dvau Ityantena. Antena, because that is the Anta, that is the last, the Guna, Gandha. Uktamartham Upasamharati. Gunaha iti. Evam Gunataha Vedam Abhidaya, having presented the differences, having presented the different Guna, difference in the Guna with regard to the elements. Karyataha Vedam Veda Jnapanaya, the effect also difference. Difference is the Veda Jnapanaya, Tat Karyani, Jnanendriyani, Tavat Aga Shotra Iti. Jnanendriyas also, they are the Karya of the Panchamaha Bhuta. This gross elements are formed by, they are created by the Tamoguna aspect of these elements. They are created by Tamoguna aspect of the elements. From the Sattva aspect of the elements, what is formed is Jnanendriyani. So Jnanendriyani are the product of these 5 elements, and the 5 elements of what guna? Sattva guna. Sattva guna of these 5 elements. From the Sattva aspect of the Akasha, Shotrendriya. From the Sattva aspect of Vayu, Vagindriya. From the Sattva aspect of Agni, Chakshurindriya. From the Sattva aspect of the Apaha is Rasanendriya. Similarly, the last one from the Sattva aspect of Prithvi is born the Granendriya. Iti Sattva aspect of these elements gives rise to the 5 Indriya, Jnanendriya, Panchakam. Tamas aspect of that only results in the form of this gross elements. Among the gross also, the grossest is Prithvi. So therefore, these Indriyas, the difference between the elements are shown to show that Karyani also, that Jnanendriyani also are different. Vedam Abhidaya, having presented the differences between the elements. The elements are different, distinct from each other. Karyataha Veda Jnapanaya. Karyataha in terms of the product also, its product also Jnapanaya, that Karyani, Jnanendriyani, Tavat Aha. The Karya, its effect, the product. The Indriyas are formed from the Panchabhuta, Tanmatra, that is Tanmatra. From the Panchamahabhuta only, the Indriyas have come. Therefore, when they are different, distinct from one another, therefore Indriyas are also distinct. Indriyas are also distinct, and they are meant for the perception of the specific attributes of each element. And where they are located, that's said in the next shloka. Let us read. Karnadi-golakastam tat
कर्णादिगोलकस्तत्
Shabdadi-grahakam kramat
शब्दादिग्राहकं क्रमात्
क्रमात्
Saukshmyat karyanumeyam tat
सौक्ष्म्यात् कार्यानुमेयं तत्
ज्ञेयं तत्
Prayo bhavet bagir mukham
प्रायो
प्रायो
धावेद् बहिर्मुखम्
भावेत् बहिर्मुखम्
Karnadi-golakastam Adipadat, the other Indriyas. Karna, the ear is a Golaka. It is not the Shrotrendriya. Indriyas are not available for perception. Karna is available for perception. You can touch your Karna. You can see in the mirror. Karna is Golaka because it is available for your perception. It is not Indriya. How can Indriya, the sense organs, objectify themselves? Not possible. Indriyas are meant for objectification of the things which are other than that. anything. The torch cannot illumine itself. It can only illumine the objects outside. So how can the Indriya perceive itself? So therefore, Karna here is there. Here is a Golaka. Here is the Golaka. So therefore, Shotrendriya cannot perceive here. It is a place. It is a locus. Therefore, Karna is not Indriya. It is the Golaka. So, Karnadi Golakastam. Karnadi Golake Tishtati. Stitam. Karnadi Golakam. Golak. Karnadi Golakastam. Karnadi Golakastam. Tat Shabdadi Gragakam Kramat. Shotrendriya, etc. They are located in the Golaka. Karnadi Golakam Tat. Tat referring to that Indriya Panchakam. The 5 Indriyas. 5 Indriyas are located in the Golaka like Karna, etc. Karna, ear. Similarly, Nasika, Chakshuhu. Chakshu is physical eyes, Netra, Netre, 2 eyes. Then this Parsha is the skin, the skin of the body, the entire body. Then, of course, this Nasika, Gandha, Nasika for the Gandha. Taste, Rasana, that is tongue, physical tongue. Shabdadi Gragakam Kramat. Gragakam, the perceiver. Ears perceive sound, skin, the touch, eyes perceive color. They are, ears is that Karnendriya, the Indriya behind the Golaka, that Karnendriya perceives sound. Similarly, the skin, that is the Twagindriya behind the physical skin, is a cause for the perception of touch. The eyes, the physical eyes, behind the physical eyes, the sense organ is the Chakshurindriya. That is a cause for the perception of colors. Therefore, the Indriyas are Saukshmyam, Sukshma, Sukshmatva Karana, Saukshmyat, Sukshmasya Bhavaha. Sukshmasya Bhavaha, Saukshmyam. It is subtle. It is subtle. Ati Sukshmam, Saukshmyat. All the sense organs are, where are they sense organs? Are they in the gross body? It is not. We have read in the Tattva Bodha. Sukshma Shariram consists of Pancha Jnanendriyani, Pancha Karmendriyani, Pancha Pranadayaha, Manascha Buddhischa Eka iti, Saptadasha Kalabhihi, Yadu Tishtati, Tatu Sukshma Shariram. They are all in the Sukshma Shariram. Then how can they in the Stula Shariram? Then in the Stula Shariram, the parts are the Golaka, the place, Upalabdhisthana, where it is obtained, the Indriyas are obtained. Therefore, the sense organs which abide in the subtle body, Sukha Shariram, how can they be available for Pratyaksha? Not possible. Sukshma cannot be perceived by this Stula. Stula is a Karya, it's a product of the Sukshma. Ati Sukshmyat, they are not available for perception, but they can be inferred from their Karya, the function. The operation of the sense organs can be inferred from their activities, from their action. Therefore, Karyanumeyam, Karyat Anumeyam. Karyat Anumeyam. From the Karya, from the function, from their activities, they can be inferred. Therefore, Indriyas also can be inferred. The availability of the Indriyas, the function of the Indriyas, available only for inference. So you can see the effect of inference. Inference is all the way. Very powerful pramanam, inference, anumeya, anumana pramanam. We say pratyaksha is even the indriyas which is just the perception directly, pratyaksha pramanam, that indriyas themselves are inferred through the karya, through the function. So they are not available for pratyaksha. You cannot see indriyani, chakshurindriyani, Twagindriyani, Karnendriyani, Shotrendriyani, not possible. But because the ears hear, the hearing is a karya, Therefore, we can infer the Shotrendriya here. That is in the Golaka. Behind the Golaka, it operates. Therefore, Karyanumeyam. Karyat eva anumeyam. Its anumana is only from the Karya. That presence have to be inferred. Karyanumeyam. From the Karya, it is inferred. Karya is in the form of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Sound, touch, taste, smell. That iti Karyanumeyam. The cognition of sound. The cognition of sound, because you hear the sound, therefore, that gives rise to the knowledge of the presence of the Karnendriya. The cognition of color infers the presence of the Chakshurindriya. You can see. Who knows? Who can tell whether you see or not? Only you can tell. Only you can tell. The color or the shape available for your perception, who can tell? Only you can tell. How do you tell that? How do you tell that the Chakshurindriya functions? You cannot see that because the of the Karya, you infer. So that is why doctor also, when you go to an ophthalmology, you cannot say whether you see it properly or not. Only you have to tell. The sight, based on what you say, he infers. He cannot, when it's not available for your perception, then how can the doctor say, the third person? So therefore, he gathers data from you and accordingly prescribes lens. And for you, how the data is available, you infer the data based on the Karya. So it is all the way inference. What doctor is doing Arthapati, and what you are doing is Anumana, Anumeya. You infer. Therefore, Sokshmyat, Anumana Pramana, Anumana, Kriyalingaka Anumana Pramanam. Therefore, Anumeyam, Tat Prayaha, Dhavet Bhagir Mukam, Tat referring to this Pancha Jnanendriyani, Dhavet, Bhagir Mukam Dhavet. Always it is outward, extrovert. Paranchikani Vitarnat Swayambhu, Parang Pashyati, Nantaratman. Always this Kani, Paranchikani, Bhagirmukani, Indriyani, Bhagirmukani. That is how it is meant. They are extrovert. They flow outside. Paranchikani. Davet is Gacchati ityartaha. Bhagirmukam Gacchati. Indriyani, Bhagirmukani iti. We'll take out of this, we'll read the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣಜಿ.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
Dhanyawad.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಜ್ಜಿ.